Thank you. First and foremost, I really want to express my deep gratitude to Alice, who I've known in so many contexts for so many years, Joyce, Barbara, the entire WCEE board for this absolutely incredible Woman of the Year award. Being recognized by one's peers and colleagues and friends has to be just one of the most humbling opportunities any of us can experience. And to be named alongside the previous winners of the WCEE award, really, it truly feels remarkable. So thank you so very much. And when I reflect back on 2019, I really asked myself, did I do anything to warrant this extraordinary honor? I've been so incredibly fortunate to have had wonderful female bosses and mentors throughout my entire career. So much so that being a female leader never actually even seemed all that unique or unusual to me. But when I really look at the numbers and when we think about the numbers, it's important to ground ourselves there. So 51% of our population is female, 47% of the workforce are female. So that's our baseline, 47% of the workforce female. And how about our industry? How about the clean energy and environment industry? So 39% of environmental management is held by women. So that doesn't seem too bad, right? 47% of the general workforce women, 39% of environmental management jobs held by women. But let's look a little deeper in the clean energy industry, the space where I work. Only 18% of jobs in energy efficiency are held by women, and only 13% of jobs in clean energy production are held by women. And while women earn 80 cents to the dollar compared to men in the general workforce, in solar, which is a subsector of the clean energy industry, they earn only 74 cents to the dollar of men. And in more senior roles, the gap is even wider, with middle-aged women who have children and spouses earning only 55 cents to the dollar of their male counterparts. That's pretty remarkable, actually. So in 2018 and 2019, I had the incredible honor and pleasure of being the first CEO of the Renewable Energy Buyers Alliance. And for the first time in my career, I was in a position to not just advocate for the organizational policies that support parents and women in the workforce, but I actually got to write those policies for a brand new organization. And so with the wonderful support of REBA's board, who are mostly male, so we still have some work to do there, we, first of all, set gender-neutral parental leave policies so that all new parents can spend the first 3 months with a child, really seeking to eliminate the organizational presumption around who needs to bond with new children and who's going to be the primary parent in a family, leaving those choices up to the women and men in families. In fact, the very first REBA employee to use that policy was a father. Is this more expensive for REBA? You bet it is. It's really not easy or cheap to backfill while parents are out for these extended periods. Second, we developed role-specific salary bands, and we published them for everyone to see. I've watched in a bit of awe as some of the gender norms around salary played out even in our small organization. So we were really intentional about ensuring that all salaries are based on performance, qualifications, and the job itself. And now at REBA, in every single job title, males and females earn on average within 1% of one another. Third, we created family-friendly flexible hours and unlimited PTO. Our team is about 60% female and about 40% male. And in the higher roles, the manager, director, and executive roles, our roles are actually split 50-50 male and female. But I'll tell you that 2020 has really put all of this to the test. We're still in the wake of the Me Too movement, and we're living in the most sustained civil rights movement in decades. And all of us have to remember that every right afforded to women is in thanks to the brave Black Americans who fought for their rights, which paved the way for women's rights. This pandemic has stressed family systems and work norms in truly unprecedented ways, with parents scrambling if they're lucky enough to still have jobs. scrambling to manage suddenly becoming kids' teachers, IT consultant, after-school caregivers, coaches. At REBA, in fact, we had to create a COVID care entry on our timesheets to ensure that people didn't feel that they had to cut their PTO in order to care for sick family members or their children during this pandemic. At the same time, the climate crisis that REBA actually seeks to solve grows more dire every moment. We're having record hurricanes and record wildfires, and they're barely even making the news. So I can't say that this year, balancing my commitment to achieving a zero carbon energy system with my commitment to creating careers that support families and therefore women, I can't say that that's been easy this year. It has not. I see the childless REBA staff, the men and women who are going the extra mile to support their colleagues who are out on parental leave or having to work reduced hours because they have no childcare for their toddlers and babies. At the same time, I see those same parents working late at night after their little ones are in bed because they're so passionate about our mission to save this planet and they don't want to burden their colleagues. I see the exhaustion on my team as the weight of the pandemic and the recession and social injustices and climate calamities and political uncertainties bears down on them, even as they are grateful to be gainfully employed while they're seeing others lose their jobs. And if I could see your faces now, if we were together in person for this award ceremony, I suspect I'd see the weight on your shoulders too. So can we truly stay the course through all of this? Can we collectively both focus on equity issues and on climate issues while recovering our nation's heart and soul? Well, you know what I'm going to say. We must. We don't have a choice. And in 2020, I'm going to call on all of you, on every single member of WCEE. How can you be the woman of the year this year? What can you do in 2020 to support one another? For this year calls on all of us to be a star in whatever way we can. Thank you.